It was winter, and I was sitting next to him. The years had turned him into Orson Welles. As he looked at me, he said, "I like the beard." "Everybody's saying that," I said. He told me to go to the closet, that he had something for me. I took the rubber bands off a poster, Don Quixote by Picasso. A pen and ink done in quick, jagged swipes, leaving frail heroes in its wake. "I've got one just like it," he said, and pointed to the wall. He was a civil servant for a quarter of a century and knew one thing: show up high your very first day, and from then on they'll never know if you're high. He was a construction worker in the 80s, listening to ZZ Top and smoking Winstons. He told me about a welding job he had. He'd take a tab of acid when he got in the car in the morning and be rolling by the time he lit up the torch. He said the sparks were angelic. He had a sheet with 50 hits and did one each day, but he described himself as becoming a moon man, and as the days and weeks wore on, he feared he might not make it back. His boss spoke to him one day, loud and slow, describing what needed to be done in the simplest possible terms, and my dad thought to himself, "This man is talking to me like I'm on another planet." And while he was still talking, my dad thought, "That's because I am." There was another time that he had to walk through a series of warehouses, all connected, but the lights were off. The first few paces were a devil-may-care leisure that any man about town might enjoy, but the square of light from the doorway grew just a little smaller with every step, and then he was alone, except for the footfalls, the rhythm of breath, and time. The warehouse stretched on with the cool indifference of nature, and he walked just a little faster. Caught in bottomless night, sound came to him from jangled, ragged angles. He began jogging as the black room grew, and then he ran. Small sounds fled from him, heart throttling, shaking with sweat, wide-eyed, lips curled over teeth. He saw the other square of light and kept on. When he finally emerged, his coworkers looked at him and asked, "Were you yelling in there?" To which he said, "No." There was another time he drove a dump truck at a landfill. He had the flu but went to work anyway, filling his underpants with the devil's feast of liquid hell. He told his coworker and then headed for the portable restroom. When the door opened on the small green structure, my dad saw a row of men watching, and then hooked a finger in the elastic of his whites and threw them overhead, where they flew and then vanished forever in a dumpster. In my mind's eye, I see a subtle hesitation before the men rip into applause, and my father, standing, taller than the tallest one.